What were the bad habits you had to stop once you realized, yo, I'm Don Cannon, I can't be?
The bad habits.
Like, was you pulling up to side chicks' cribs and
Nah, I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing that. But previous to my wifey, yeah, I was going crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I was going crazy, and it was taking up a lot of time. So I was focused on different things. I was like living in Don Cannon world and not Don Cannon world. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you Donald Cannon. You ain't Don Cannon. Like, get it together. So I feel like that, and then I was telling them, like, by 2005, 6, I had already touched the M. So it was like, you know, I'm out here getting cars, changing the color. You just go get something else, buying chains for no reason, letting people have them, moving off. Like, my whole brain was just moving at a different speed that I ain't like that. I was just buying everything. Yeah, I was doing whatever. Right. But I'm glad it happened because, you know, you get it, you lose it, you get back. You know what I mean?
What snapped you out of it?
One was the raid, actually. The raid, because when you get in front of a judge and they say no bail, it kind of puts you in a space where
you know no control.
Yeah.
When all the money is useless.
What exactly was that raid about?
The raid was about a mixtape seizure. So they were saying it was like we were making bootleg tapes, but the authorities didn't really know what the mixtape was, or they had a little bit of inkling what it was. Right. From our standpoint in the South, it was we were making bootleg albums. We were changing the covers
without the code.
Yeah, changing the covers and putting them on different tapes.
So it's slightly different from the copyright infringement, but it was in the same family. So what I was trying to figure out at that time, because I was like keeping up with that. So they said the copyright infringement, if they had took a song from the radio or someone's album, like DJ Clue and all the other DJs was doing, and made a mix CD, they were saying that was illegal because they were saying those songs belonged to the record company, and for them to put it on the mix CD was different. But y'all was making y'all actual own albums. Mm-hmm. So I was confused, how did y'all get caught up in that? And then I was confused, how did so many other DJs that were big time
dodge the bullet?
Dodge that bullet.
Well, I feel like that what Drum said, he took the fall for hip hop. You know what I mean? We really changed the game what we was doing. Like, we was doing, like, people was actually coming to my crib and doing freestyles. Our first tape in conjunction with Generation Now was called Generation Now, and we were breaking young artists. We felt like everybody wasn't gangsta girls, so we made a brand called Generation Now. The first tape was Ye, Buttons, Corey Guns, J Mills. Wow. Did a second one. We had Stat Quo. I don't know if y'all remember him.
Of course.
We had like a couple other cats. Like, but we was breaking artists on another level, and then even with the artists, like, it was absurd to see Grammy award-winning John Legend on our tape doing an intro, outro, and giving us exclusives to put out. It's absurd, bro. Like, we did a tape with Gnarls Barkley, Grammy award-winning. They made us do the mixtape. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We had Beyonce drops. We had A. Marie drops. We had everybody in the world. It didn't seem real. It's like, how?
Yeah.
How are they doing this? How?
Right.
So that's where it was like, it was confusing. So I felt like they thought we was bootlegging everything.
How were you doing it? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
How are we doing what part?
Like getting the Beyonce drops.
Bro, you
how you doing that?
I mean, a lot of the work was through like meeting them in person. And then there was a lot of people that was just trying to get next to us, and they couldn't figure out how to do it and be, politically correct with their situation. So everybody just wanted, it was golden marketing at the time. You know what I mean? It was it was something they was doing. You know what I mean? Right. Like I said, we wasn't the only ones that did it. Like, you listen to some Illuminati mixtapes and all them, like, they had freestyles that was given to them. They was saying their name on it. Like, you open our tape, first person you hear is Drum, Cannon, we got another one. It's like, bro, they not expected to hear that. They just thinking it's like we took Crazy in Love and swapped the cover off. It was like hosted by Beyonce or whatever it was at the time, and it was like, oh, they just swapping the covers, and it wasn't that. You know what I mean? It was a lot. It was a great area too, because it was like it was a lot of copyright stuff. The IRAA, they can't really they protect the labels. But I know one thing we did do, everything we was doing was for culture. You know what I mean? We was doing that. Like, besides any money that ever was made in that time period for whatever, everything we was doing was to brand ourselves. Drum always say, yo, all he wanted to do was have his name on a flyer. All I wanted to do was do every hot party in the city of Atlanta and beyond. So that's anything that could help us get there. Like if I needed to make a mixtape to have AG say, yo, come do Shaq's party tonight. Or come fill in for this person. We doing a party for, you know, this person, that person. That's what I did it for.
Right.
So, you know, it made it easy when we went to court with it, because my brain started thinking, oh, you did this for the culture, bro. Just elevate and move forward from it and build on something else. Yeah.
So my question was, is it a thing where it's like all these major artists you had on Gangsta Grills and beyond, right? Your whole brand. Is it because the artists are contractually obligated to the label? Them stepping outside of the label, doing these freestyles, doing these drops, things like that, is that because they're contractually obligated by the label to just drop records for the label and not do nothing outside of it?
Everybody got a different contract.
Different deals.
But yeah, they got different deals.
Who
But
sick the feds on?
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
It's
know.
like the record labels do.
I don't
Well,
know.
definitely somebody at
That's
the
what I
label
thought.
made a call.
Yeah, I don't know. But we never found out. All we knew was they came, they
was
saw, they went. You know what I'm
There was another
saying?
DJ.
I
There
don't
was
think so.
someplace like niggas getting money. I don't like
I
that.
like that shit.
But listen, it could have been, but you know, for what we was thinking about, we wasn't thinking about it because, again, we came from different rules, bro. Like, if you say something, that's what it is. So like, if I'm running into these DJs and they like saluting me, I'm not going to second guess anybody saying them niggas getting too much money. Let's push them off the block or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
See, I wouldn't,
Just
I
not
wouldn't
that mode.
suspect a DJ of doing it, because if I'm a DJ, I'm looking at them like a blueprint to the payday. If I do it, if I use this system, there's a way to do it. If I call the feds on and you shut down the whole thing, now nobody can go in that room anymore.
Yeah, but
they wall
there's
off the door.
DJs that be hating. They just think with their emotions instead of their
That's
intellect.
that's
Instead of
possible.
looking at the blueprint, jacking it, and moving with it.
I agree with you. I completely agree with you. And it could be somebody short-sighted like that, just hating, making
It
a
don't
call.
even be any of that.
Yeah,
in the South.
because analyzing this happened shortly after y'all had some issues with other DJs, right?
I never had an issue with no other DJs. Maybe, let me see, did Drama have issue? I don't think so. I don't remember. If you bring something up, I can answer it, but I never had a problem nowhere.
That's why I think it's a label. That's
I
why
never
I
had
think
a
That's what I think.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
never,
That's why I think
if you
the
if you
label
got
song-
some if you got some underlying things, you know, I never.
Who Drama say he had drama with?
I remember him squashing beef, not necessarily having his own beef. I remember him trying to squash the beef between Jeezy
T.I.
and
and
Gucci
Jeezy.
and T.I. and
Fall
I remember
out.
him.
All right, so y'all, all right,
Yeah,
y'all
he
was with Jeezy.
Yeah.
Y'all had a falling out. You started working with Gucci.
So that's funny. When the raid happened, me and Drum separated. So we wasn't
Intentionally?
we wasn't fucking with each other. We didn't know
Oh,
what
what?
was going on because we probably was looking at each other like, bro, what are you on? Like, why the fuck? We just ain't fuck with each other. I got out, and some people can look at it in a frantic mode. I went into like survivor mode. He came out and did a song called Feds Is Watching. He came out like, I took the fall for hip hop. He went straight to the radio station from the jail.
Right.
It was going crazy. I was like, oh shit, it's hot. I'm about to lose everything. You know what I'm saying? So, and they was like, no, he bitching. You know what I'm saying?
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.